I work with the National Network of Inhabitants of Cameroon, which is a civil society organization mobilizing about 2,000 grassroots organizations all around our country. And our main objective is to make sure that the national, the regional, and the local policy that have been implemented by the state and the partner are more sensitive on how and what people in the grassroots need. So our challenge is to make the voice of citizens be understanding within the framework of the policy. And we have chosen to work in the framework of the decentralization, and we focus on how the resources, financial resources, are mobilizing, how those resources are using, and how we can make sure that the mobilization and the way the resources have been using can bring change in the life of the citizens. I hear with more interest the two presentations that have just been given by the professor, and I have 5 reactions on it. The first reaction is that we cannot bring change within the framework of decentralization without make the relation on the agenda. The agenda since 20 years now, the agenda of the decentralization is being implemented in parallel with the agenda of civil and political rights in our country. And sometimes our government use the decentralization just to make sure that they have the control on the territory and on the issue of security, for example, or election, but without any consideration on the issue of the economic, social, and cultural rights. And I think it's a first, as a civil society perspective, if we want to bring change in the framework of decentralization, adding to the mechanism we have to change the policy, we have to change the strategy, to change the institution, but we have also to make a clear focus. Are we working for just the political or the civil and political issues, or is there any place to make sure that economic, social, cultural rights can be taken into account within the framework? So that is the first thing I would like to add. The second one, I would like to comment a little bit about the mandate. The Professor Leonardo Romeo says is the authority in charge to implement this new approach of approach of local development would be the local authorities. And what I will say about this idea is that I think it can be a good thing, but we have to be more careful about not just give a new or reinforce power of local authority that in many cases are not really local authorities. In Africa, for example, you can see more of many people managing local authorities are at the same time coming from the central administration or the central government. Yeah. So they manage the two responsibility. So if you want to focus on the mandate of local authority, you have also to make sure that that authority are the produce of social contract. They are producing by the social contract. And that means we have to work on reinforce the citizenship, reinforce the capacity of population to produce their authority and to control the way that the authority are managing public policies. The third thing I would like to say is about the issue of autonomy. I think building the autonomy of local authorities is very good, but it's also important to build the autonomy of civil society. If you just go to build the autonomy of local authority without taking into account the importance of citizens' autonomy, that means the capacity of the autonomy of the citizens to organize themselves, to debate the issue that seems to be important for themselves, and then to organize themselves to make sure that those issues are the usual managed by the policy. If we don't do that, I think the territorial approach may not be different from the administrative approach or the decentralization that have been in place since 20 years now. The fourth thing I would like to add also is about the target. And understand that local development is referred to, the Professor Romano say who and how. But I'll add also who and how for who. Because sometimes there are a lot of interest. Some people can be involved in the process. We don't really be interested to bring change or because the own perspective, they can be interested to the decentralization, but not just to have a part of resource or to have part to the power that can help them maintain their own priorities. So I think we have to focus also on the issue of, yes, we have looking on how we can make decentralization be more responsive to social demand, but even at the local level, people are sometimes many different. So a lot of diversity, and we have to make sure that the focus and the priority of territorial approach of development is also building in the inclusive manner, so that the people, the poor, the youth, for example, or the children, women that who are in many contexts are being into the process. And then I will also, from the political agenda of the decentralization, I think, we can. I think the territorial approach of local development is very important, but how we can make sure that we maintain the connection between the local and the national, because we can focus, for example, when we are looking on how we can launch the pilot experience, we have to be aware on how we can also make sure that the experience can be scaled up and then be used as an experience that can change or bring change within the national policy framework. And I think that also impose an effort to really analyze the context, the diversity of the context, and take into account the diversity also of the actors. Because in some experience of decentralization, we have generally on board of the discussion some organization talking on their name, on behalf of the name of local authority, local population, but without any relationship between them and the grassroots. So how we can make sure that the local is contribute to the national and the national contributing also to the local. I think one of the ways we can explore is how citizens organizations are working in the network and how the network can be associated to the national process. And at the end, I will say also that I think we have also to use, to make sure that that network can be implemented, we have also to look on how the technology are now being using in Africa. In some contexts, even in the big cities like Yaoundé, Cameroon, for example, with the tool like SMS, the tool like we can enlarge the participation, and we can also build the priority of the citizen using that tool. Thank you very much.